Was summer actually more fun when we were kids, or have we just forgotten how to use our free will? Because here's the thing. Being an adult is a lot. We have bills and emails and whatever taxes really are, but it does come with one very underrated, very underutilized superpower. We get to make our own rules. I get to decide what my summer days look like. Nobody can actually stop me from watching Aquamarine in my PJs in bed before breakfast, or riding my bike to get a smoothie anytime I want. And honestly, I don't think I've been taking enough advantage of that. Thing is, kids don't accidentally have magical summers, right? They declare them. So, to test this idea, I've decided that it is now the summer of 2006 until further notice. Now, in my opinion, an especially excellent summer morning should begin with a well-loved CD and a CD player, a hairbrush microphone, and, depending on where you live, whisper singing. When they saw me down, diving deep into it. It's exactly what it sounds like. You basically sing your whole heart out, but at maybe like 15% volume. It's quiet enough that the neighbors won't hear, which is essential, but in your head, you become the star of a full-blown music video. Let's go!
Here is the ride-by. Very important in any crush.
Now remember, you have to act casual.
Yes, but you didn't even remember this was a street.
Now, I don't particularly want to be 12 again. I quite like being able to drive and eat cake for breakfast if I want to, but preteen Desi did just happen to have a much better strategy for summer. So instead of recreating my life like it's from the early 2000s, I'm going to be borrowing the rules instead. Rule number 1, don't decide the whole day before breakfast. One thing I've noticed already is that summer feels completely different when I stop trying to optimize it. So this morning's only mission, ride my bike to get a smoothie. That's it. No extra errand to add in, no checking off more from a to-do list. I've found that the less I try to control the day with plans, the more fun I actually end up having. And I think that's something that we as adults tend to leave behind. We stop leaving time for spontaneity. So since my schedule was basically non-existent, which felt so nice by the way, highly recommend, this particular curb was calling my name. A surprisingly good alternative should there not be a bench nearby. Nice view of the sprinklers, just the right amount of shade, and a steady stream of bikers and dog walkers that made the neighborhood feel awake and alive. Oh, and I can't forget the nostalgic soundtrack courtesy of S Club 7. I happily rate it a solid 4.5 stars. I did have to dock a point because there was unfortunately no neighborhood cat willing to come and join me. Now on to rule number 2. Buy one thing that would have made your 12-year-old self jealous. For me, that definitely would have been the communicator from Kim Possible. But unfortunately, seeing as how those don't actually exist, I think I found the next best thing. So I recently got these walkie talkies to use with my friend. She lives about 2 miles away, and these say that they can go up to 5 miles. We're gonna be like Dustin and Steve in Stranger Things.
Dustin? Mike? Dustin! Mike!
Golden cookie, copy, over.
This is Whimsical Woman to Golden Cookie. I wanted to ask you if you want to go play mermaids with me today.
That sounds like the best idea ever. When are we going?
Would an hour from now be too soon?
That's the perfect time. Meet you at the pool.
Okay, see you there, and I'll bring the snacks. Over and out.
We've now arrived at rule number 3, become more regular somewhere. So I figured I would go back to the place that taught me how to have the best summers, the public pool. Now, is it just me, or do pools in the summer kind of become their own little ecosystems? Like the nostalgic smell of chlorine and sunscreen, the blistering surface of the sun pavement. Oh, and don't even get me started on the eternally wet bathroom floors. I still refuse to walk on them barefoot. And then, of course, there's the very important question of which book is coming swimming with you. For me, as a kid, it was usually Mary-Kate and Ashley mysteries. Now, it's Kate Morton, which, now that I think about it, is basically the grown-up version of a Mary-Kate and Ashley mystery. I kind of love that about myself, that I really haven't changed that much. But the best part was why we really came to the pool.
Mermaids with us?
Now, if you've never played Mermaids before, think of it as like the preteen girly version of Dungeons and Dragons. There is lore and there are rules. So first, you have to choose your tail color. Then you need to choose a magical power. So maybe you can talk to dolphins, or maybe you can control the waves, or maybe you can disappear above water for suspiciously long periods of time without being seen. That one's very cool. Someone also always needs rescuing. No one really knows why. Oh, and someone is almost always an orphan. The plot is completely negotiable, but your tail color and magical powers are not. Even now, whenever I'm near a body of water, even if I don't say it out loud, I'll still be silently wondering, do you want to play mermaids?
My mermaid power is that I can talk to all the sea animals.
Ah yes, the inevitable mermaid face-off. It's only a matter of time before someone starts illegally upgrading their mermaid, and things usually get competitive.
That's what mine was gonna be! No! Well, then mine is that I can swim super fast than all of the mermaids and sea creatures. So, well, my mermaid can not feel the temperature of the water, so when it's really cold, I don't even feel cold. So the seashells in my mermaid's hair, she can take them off and crush them, and it grants her every wish she wants.
One thing that I want to do more of this summer, and all summers, is just to spend more time outside after dark. That is something that I remember so vividly from my childhood. Night games, sleeping out on trampolines, and even just walking around after dark. Just hanging out. I know this probably sounds backwards, but being bored, genuinely bored, has become more of a goal of mine. If you're not someone who is like chronically overthinking and thinking through everything, then that probably sounds crazy to you. But for me, when I'm bored, it's like my brain has finally stopped trying to think about 17 things all at once. This summer, I have been really trying to protect myself from myself that way. So I want to thank Headspace for partnering with me on this video, because they have honestly been one of my favorite tools for doing exactly that, helping me sleep better, helping me de-stress. I've been using them for probably 5 years now, long before working with them now. So this is genuinely a bit like a dream come true. Sometimes if I'm just feeling a lot of built up stress, I will do one of their breathing exercises. I also really like their guided meditations, but I think my favorites are their sleep casts. I love listening to these once I get in bed, and this is a great way to stop me from just grabbing my phone and scrolling in bed. If you've never tried their sleep casts before, I want to show you some of my favorites. Gosh, there are so many. Okay, I'll start with my favorite. My favorite is Harvest Inn.
Far beyond the gentle curves of this quiet country lane, past the babbling brooks and the row of orchard trees, sits the Harvest Inn.
It feels like I'm being told a bedtime story by Molly Weasley. I love it. I also really like Hushed Theater.
The show lights have faded at our beloved theater. Another night's performance done.
It's just so cozy. And then another favorite is the Rain Museum. This one's so perfect if you love falling asleep to the sound of rain.
There is a museum unlike any other. A place devoted entirely to rain.
That one puts me to sleep super fast just because of the narrator's voice and the rain sound. It's perfect. As silly as it sounds, I think my brain just really appreciates being given permission to stop doing, to stop consuming. That's one of the reasons I keep using Headspace. It's backed by research that using Headspace just 5 minutes a day reduces stress, and using it for 7 days improves sleep quality. So if you'd like to use Headspace too, you can use my link down below, or you can scan the QR code up on the screen for 60 days completely free. That's a lot longer than the standard 2-week trial, which gives you a lot of time to really explore and to find your favorite sleepcast. I want recommendations, so if any of you have any, let me know what your favorites are.
Get ready or not, 'cause here I come. Dance, 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 have some fun. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up, get up.
Rule number 4 is that every summer needs a bedside reading stack, which brings me to Goosebumps. All of my friends read these growing up. I, on the other hand, never even touched them. I was absolutely convinced that they'd give me nightmares forever and I'd never sleep again. So I suppose the only question now is, which one of these is least likely to traumatize me? Are these actually even scary? To be fair, the other night I was reading a cozy mystery. This one, actually. The cutest, most innocent little cover. And afterwards, I genuinely had to put on the Princess Diaries before I could fall asleep. So I don't think that my fear meter is calibrated to the same frequency as everyone else's. I'm trying to decide which one to read this summer. I was just actually flipping through the back of this one as I was trying to decide which one to read, and I noticed that there's like a 10-page spread that feels like a Scholastic Book Fair catalog, and it's making me so nostalgic. I so wish that we adults had a Scholastic Book Fair we could go to. I know that there are adult book fairs that pop up, but I'm really wanting like we get a catalog in the mail, we circle what we want, we save up money for our books, then we go get them. If you've read Goosebumps, do you have a favorite book? Because I think I'm leaning towards Monster Blood, mostly because of the cover. I love the color palette and it looks spooky without having a scary monster on it. But I also think this one could be perfect for summer because this is Ghost Beach. It says no swimming, no surfing, no haunting. Welcome to my nightstand reading stack. This is part of my summer reading list, but it's its own little thing because I want these to be books that I reach for in the evenings when I get in bed, that I slowly make my way through. And I don't have it here right now. I do have it. I got a flashlight so that I can read them at night under the covers. So let me show you what I chose. We'll start from the top. I have 2 Goosebump books. These were the ones that I went with. I'm sure they're gonna be extremely cheesy now that I'm an adult, but I'm really excited for that. Middle grade books are some of the best spooky books you could possibly get. I will definitely be pairing these with my flashlight and reading them in the dark. And then next I got How to Survive Camping, because this also just feels like a book that needs to be read with the flashlight in bed. I mean, preferably camping, but I'm not a huge fan of camping, so I will not be going camping to read this. However, I do think I could see myself reading it at a park after dark. Okay, then next we have Paladin's Grace by T. Kingfisher, because we needed some fantasy, and this cover is screaming 90s fantasy, or even like 80s, probably more 80s fantasy. I'm not usually a big fantasy reader in the summer, but this one felt like it would be a great palate cleanser between the spookier books. Then I have Nancy Drew. This is book 1, and then the cool part is you have book 1, but then you flip it over and you have book 2. 2 books in 1. Like, you literally have to flip the whole book to read it, which I think is so fun. I would have loved that as a kid. I would have thought that was so cool. Having this in my backpack, I would have felt like I have some magical book, like showing it off to all my friends. Guys, look, if you turn it upside down, all the text and everything changes. I have 2 books in 1. That would have made little me very excited. I picked up Jenny Colgan's new book, Meet Me at the, at the Seaside Cottages. For one, I love this cover and the color combination. Jenny Colgan is, for me, she's kind of in the same realm as Sophie Kinsella. There's just something so warm and cozy and comforting about them. And then for the formula, I had to throw in another one of my favorite, I wouldn't say spooky authors, but an Agatha Christie book. This is Evil Under the Sun. I think I actually started this a couple summers ago, but I never finished it. It's a British book, so this has to be paired with a nighttime tea, in bed, dim lamps on. That's gonna be my date with this book this summer. Okay, and then we have my, I could rave about these books. There are a million different covers. These are the ones I have. I got these at a used bookstore. Trixie Belden is my girl. She outshines Nancy Drew in every way I can think of. I think I just relate to her a lot. I wouldn't say she's like a feral child, but she loves playing outside, getting dirty. I think Nancy Drew was a little too sophisticated for me. I didn't read this until I was adult, and I just saw myself so much in Trixie. If you like amateur sleuths and you like warm hugs and the sunshine of playing in the river, eating popsicles, having parties at your house, but then someone shows up dead and you and your friend and your brothers all salt, I don't even know, it's like just so good. And then finally, I wanted to read a memoir this summer. So I have 2 that are on my list, and one I haven't received yet. I'm hoping my library gets a copy, but it's called Lifeguard, A Love Story. I think, I should double check that. Yes, it's by Janet Fash. She is New York City's first female lifeguard chief. I think it would be really interesting to see what, I don't even know what lifeguard life is like in general, but especially being the first female chief, I feel like there's a lot of story and experience that can be shared there. So I'm really excited to get that one. And then I have Moonwalk by Michael Jackson. This is the only book he ever wrote himself, and I actually think it's a really cute detail because he went to them as they were getting close to publishing it with a signed card of his autograph, and he asked them to put it in the front so that every fan could feel like they were getting a signed book. So when you open it up, there's his signature right there. I've already started this one. I'm on page 62, and I have this little art print of these dogs enjoying cocktails because I thought he would like that. I've been reading this every night with my French doors cracked just open a little bit. I just sit on my little reading bench as the air comes in and I look up at the stars and I read this book, and it has been one of my favorite things to look forward to every evening. I know I'm not going to probably get through all of these books, but I love hanging out with my books. And so sometimes I'll just sit here and read a few pages of one, pick up a few pages of another one, and then they all get a little bit of attention and I get to experience some of the stories. And then ones that really grip me, I'll keep reading. And ones that I feel like aren't quite speaking to me at the time, I'll put down and maybe pick up a few nights later. This just makes me so happy. And look at how beautiful they look.
Despite my summer reading stack now being complete, my summer of 2006 still felt like it was missing something. Then I remembered hearing whispers of a newly opened media shop across town. Apparently they have shelves and shelves of DVDs and CDs, including a few rumored Blockbuster retirees, which was all I needed to know, so we hopped in the car to drive across town to investigate.
I knew it could feel just like a dream, but so real. I took a chance and found all the strength I needed.
I feel like this was actually meant to be because I just found this guy on Instagram last week when I first started filming this video, and he just opened a physical media shop called Media Love. We've just arrived. It kind of looks like a storage unit, which is honestly a vibe. I'm hoping they have a bunch of DVDs and CDs. Okay, let's go. like one of the only millennials that didn't really listen to the Black Eyed Peas much. I found another one that I was so hoping I would find. I was crossing all my fingers and my toes, and I found it. It's awkward. This is my number one summer movie. There's one movie that I'm specifically looking for that would make me the most excited to find. That would be The Sandlot. To me, that movie just feels like nostalgic childhood summer. It's classic. Can you see it? High School Musical. Michael is always taken. Like, I can never find these at thrift stores. There's two of them. I need both. Oh, I remember there was a comment on my bedroom rom-com makeover when I was asking about rom-coms, and someone said that this is something I absolutely need to see, and I have never seen it. I think there were multiple comments underneath saying that this is one of the best rom-coms ever, so I'm gonna take your guys' word for it.
Oh wow.
One of the best things about DVDs is that they let you judge a movie by its cover without immediately trying to convince you to watch it, unlike a certain popular streaming service. These days, movie nights somehow seem to start with everyone sitting down, which I think might actually be the problem, because once you're sitting on the couch, scrolling to choose a movie is just what you do. But then 10 minutes becomes 20 and 20 becomes 30, and then maybe you don't even watch anything. I've had this idea, and I cannot stop thinking about it. It stems from me missing Blockbuster. What if I made my own tiny video rental store at home? And I'm thinking, we pair candies with the movies. Just imagine a Blockbuster sign right here. Maybe I'll paint one. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, that's a good idea. Which brings me to rule number 5. The couch is lava until you've picked the movie. No sitting down is allowed until you've secured your snacks and popcorn and you're ready to press play.
I'm a shy deer in the headlights. She's coming over and I'm just standing there like it's like a riptide on the inside. Keep it together, man, you could drown in those blue eyes. She said, hey you, isn't it funny how we always seem to meet at every place in town? Yeah, I must be lucky. I reply, you can take me high. Maybe I just wanna see ya. I'll go anywhere if you be there. Feels like I can fly. Think I'm gonna break the sea.
Oh, and it turns out the rumors were true. This Hannah Montana DVD actually lived an entire previous life at Blockbuster. It definitely has stories, and I think some soda stains. But imagine the sleepovers this thing has seen. Before we had Pinterest, what did we have? We had mood boards, oftentimes on bulletin boards. And then I got to thinking, what if I did themed weeks instead of a traditional bucket list? Kind of have it be like a big schedule planner on the wall. So for example, Shark Week, Camp Crystal Lake Week, an Aliens X-Files Week, Coastal Gothic Week. You can play around with it and do anything that you want to do that feels like that week to you. I feel like there's just a broader scope that you can do. You can theme meals, outfits, books that you're reading, movies you're watching, music. Okay, I'm just gonna plop you guys right down here. First things first, have you ever heard of 3D gel pens?
I never had. I just got these, so we're gonna use those. I've printed out a bunch of pictures. I've chosen blue for Mermaid Week. I think I need to bring you guys in even closer. That's better. Oh, I'm scared. I do not have good handwriting. It's bad. And there's no going back. I think, okay, I'm scared. Oh, I'm scared. That's cute. Kind of looks like a letter. We'll do this first one together, and then I'll do the rest and we'll meet back. Okay, the pen just took a second to get used to. For me, summer doesn't start until the first farmer's market of the year, and ours this year I think was on the 6th. We're just doing it. We're just doing it. Am I making it too big? I think I'm making it too big. Oh no, I did make it too big. I could make the next kind of small, like week. Oh gosh, I don't even know how to do a cursive K. It's just gonna have to be what it is. Maybe we could put like a little drop of water right here. Oh, now that just looks like a face. Oh man. This is why I'm not one of those like aesthetic journalers. Okay. First things first, we definitely have to have watching aquamarine. Oh, I realized I should have and then I think another obvious one would be pool or beach days. Oops, I'm hitting the camera. Fall asleep listening to ocean sounds like blue or Oh, I love this. Hey, let's get it decorated. This actually might be my new favorite thing. Oh, that's kind of cute. I also got some Ben & Jerry's for our girl, Aquamarine. There we go. Oh, cute. Maybe I could be a journaler. This is so cute. I might never do bucket lists again.
Who decided that summer was just one thing anyway? I mean, we all kind of have this picture of what summer is supposed to look like. Usually it includes beach days, barbecues, heat, humidity, which, don't get me wrong, I genuinely love those things, minus the humidity. But maybe your version of summer is completely different from that. Some of you really do dislike summer, and that's entirely valid. But maybe you just haven't found your version of it yet.
Yeah, we're ready, but are you ready?
I don't know, we'll find out.
These are just darndest, the cutest little things ever. So for week 1, we have Mermaid Week. This is June 7th through the 13th, and it includes watching aquamarine, pool or beach days, make seashell crafts, play mermaids, obviously, fall asleep listening to ocean sounds, and then wear blue or iridescent nail polish. And there are so many other things I could add to all of these cards. This is just a starting point to give me inspiration for what I want to do with that week. Moving on, June 14th through the 20th is Y2K Summer Week. I almost named this DCOM week for Disney Channel original movie. So for this, I've written down dress like it's the 2000s, make mixtape CDs, bedroom dance parties specifically in the morning. That's actually where I got the inspiration for the opening of this video, was from Crossroads with Britney Spears. She dances to Madonna in her bedroom while eating cereal in the morning. And I wanted to replicate that in my own way. And then lastly, wearing butterfly clips and pastel pinks. Watch Sleepover from 2004 or She's All That from 1999. Now I know 1999 is not 2000s, but it's so close. And then crimping hair, frosted lip gloss, and nail polish, and wearing or making friendship bracelets. I should have added reading magazines. Heavy on physical media for Y2K Summer Week. Kind of in the same world is Barbie Dream Week. This is June 21st through the 27th. So we have wearing pink, aqua, or purple outfits, practice your Barbie wave, and walking around the house on tiptoes. I have so many other ideas for this. I need to write a lot more on the back. Making your bedroom feel like, your bed feel like a dream house bed. That way it's not as grand of a scale as making your whole room feel like it belongs in the Barbie dream house. Just the bed. Have a dream closet evening and try on everything you own for fun, or just your favorite outfits. Go roller skating. Maybe put some glitter on. Next, one of the most important weeks of the year, at least for me, is June 28th through July 4th. I love the 4th of July. I might like it as much as Christmas. And so for this one, this has to be Sandlot Week. If you've seen this movie, you know why. If you haven't, I highly recommend watching it. It is such a wonderfully nostalgic depiction of a coming of age story set in the suburbs in the US. It is about baseball and kids playing baseball, but it's so much more than that at its heart. First on this, of course, is watching The Sandlot, obviously, and then make a neighborhood adventure map. My idea for this was to go around your neighborhood, bring a little log notebook with you, and take pathways that you don't usually take, or shortcuts, or if you see a specific tree that looks good for climbing, log that in. And then at the end of the summer, you kind of have this map of all these different places that you've discovered throughout your neighborhood. I think that's so fun. And then stay outside until the streetlights come on. Ride bikes to get ice cream, make homemade lemonade, buy a candy from a corner store using only crumpled up dollar bills, and eat it on the curb. Okay, now we're getting into some fun times. For me, the beginning of July is Summerween. I put July 5th through the 11th as Camp Crystal Lake week. I have actually never seen Friday the 13th, so please let me know if that's something I should see as someone who's not a huge horror girl, but I love Scream. The idea for this week is spooky, but not necessarily Halloween. I don't want Halloween in July. I just want to hone in on the side of summer that can feel spooky. So for me, I put earn yourself 3 made-up merit badges. I thought it would be so fun to come up with different badges that I could earn and then make them myself and then put them up on the bulletin board. And then we have watch Friday the 13th or sleepaway camp, read with a flashlight after dark, preferably under the covers or outside. Use a disposable camera to document the week and instead of my phone. Leave binoculars by the window and keep a creature sightings log. This could be as romanticized and fun as you want to make it. For me, I would absolutely let my imagination take over. If I'm by the lake and I see something poke up, it's not an otter, it's Nessie. Or it could just be animals that you see out in the wild. Next is another fun one. From July 12th through the 18th, have Shark Week. Watching Jaws is a must. Watch shark or ocean documentaries. Read an ocean-themed book by the water if possible. Watch the sunrise or sunset from a dock. And then I thought it would be fun to learn 5 fish that live in the ocean nearest me. That would be the Pacific Ocean. Drink blue Gatorade or blue slushies and eat fish in any form. That could be Swedish fish, it could be actual fish, or something like seaweed, but something from the ocean. Wear shades of blue with white in honor of our friends, the sharks. July 19th through 25th. I love this one. This is Close Encounters Week. I love a good alien movie, or even just watching documentaries about places. There's a place in Utah that has a documentary, I forget what it's called, but that is specifically known to have unusual activity of the extraterrestrial kind. Was anybody else, I wouldn't say traumatized, but scared of E.T. when you watched it when you were younger? The scene of him like out in, is it a cornfield? It's always a cornfield with aliens, isn't it? Of some sort of field. And he's out there and his arms are up and he's like screaming. That, I had nightmares of that scream, but I love it at the same time. So look for UFOs after sunset. Have really good binoculars. I think that would be really fun. Communicate via walkie-talkies. Watch an alien movie or Stranger Things season 3. The Demogorgons could obviously be aliens, so that totally fits. I know we got like a conclusion for the upside down and all that, but I still have questions. Go on a night investigation with donuts and flashlights, kind of like a stakeout. I always wanted to do this as a kid, but I never had the walkie-talkies. I never had a car and donuts, and have that as an adult. Now, I don't know what I'll be staking out. There are actually a few cats in our neighborhood, and sometimes there's beef between them. So maybe me and Jared will go stake out and see if we can figure out what's going on in the cat world. See if we can break up any fights, maybe make some peace. Wear cargo pants, baby tees, and windbreakers. Go stargazing and drive past a cornfield because, like previously stated, cornfields are always where extraterrestrial stuff is happening. Then we have July 26th through August 1st, another special week going into August. So I have this one as Gothic Seaside Week. Watch The Ghost of Mrs. Muir. First thing you need to do to set the vibe for this week. Allow me to convince you with just this screen grab from the film. It's incredible. And then read a Gothic novel. My recommendation would be Rebecca if you have not read it yet, or The Only One Left. I think that's what it's called, by Riley Sager, is also very good. Romanticize overcast and rainy days. Dine by candlelight. Sleep with the windows open, if possible. Eat clam chowder and sea salt chocolate. Wear white linen and sleep in Victorian nightgowns. Next, another very important week of the summer is August 2nd through the 8th. It always is and always will be Folklore Week, Taylor's version. if you're not a Swiftie, this does not have to be about Taylor Swift. It could just be about folklore in general. But as a Swiftie, here's what I got for Folklore Week. August by Taylor Swift is this month's anthem. Very important. Listen to folklore beginning to end, no skipping. I wouldn't anyway. Why would I? Press a flower in a book you're reading. Memorize your favorite poem or your favorite line from your favorite poem. Take photos in a field, preferably in a cardigan. Lie in the grass and watch the clouds. Wear braids, flowy skirts, and oversized cardigans. And there's so many more things you could add to this, like sitting on the bank of a river, putting your feet in the water, touching moss, grounding, forest bathing, so many things. And then the last week of the summer, for me, you guys know, autumn starts August 15th. So from August 9th through the 15th, I have a Scholastic Book Fair week, another one of my favorite weeks of the summer. This is all about back to school, fresh school supplies, cramming in, reading a few more books before the summer ends. Very bookish heavy week. So I've got Build Your Own Book Fair with a $10 to $20 budget. And what I mean by this is going to a library or a used bookstore, because libraries often have a section where they'll sell books, and have a set budget for yourself, just like we usually did if you went to a Scholastic Book Fair. Pack your backpack and go to the library or a bookstore, but you have to pack your backpack. Make a back to school reading challenge. This could be so many different things, like how many books can you read in 1 week, or how many books could you read in a day? You could have a 24-hour readathon, or you could say, I'm gonna read part of a book in a tree. Cover your newest book with a homemade book cover. The way we did with textbooks when we went back to school, I would often buy covers for them to make them look more aesthetically pleasing. You can decorate bookmarks and buy school supplies, even if it's just a singular notebook. Buy yourself some back to school supplies. At least here in Utah, kids are usually going back to school about mid-August. So for me, even though it's still warm and summery outside, I'm definitely shifting into an autumnal mindset at that point. But now we've got to decorate.
One of my favorite quotes says, "Looking forward to things is half the pleasure of them." And now, instead of looking forward to summer and then once it arrives, just looking forward to fall, I get to look forward to every new week. I actually think that looking forward to something is one of life's most underrated feelings. And I think we all deserve more things to look forward to. This summer, mine just happened to involve mermaids, UFOs, and a pretend Scholastic Book Fair. Which brings me to the last and final rule. Rule number 6, write your own version of summer.
There are still some things that I do have on a kind of eternal bucket list. Last year, I wanted nothing more than to go to the last Blockbuster on Earth. It's in Bend, Oregon. And that's something maybe I can do this year. And then I've always wanted to play hide and seek in a mansion and sleep in a lighthouse. I think I'm deciding, like, why not just do that this year? Anyway, we have a storm rolling in, so I'm gonna grab a book and a popsicle and head outside. I'm so grateful that you're here. I hope you have a wonderful and a magical rest of your day and rest of your summer. I wasn't gonna say it, but I will let you know that August 1st is officially Darling Desi fall. So I'll just leave that there. If you are still in summer mode, don't you worry, there are more summer videos coming, but I will see you August 1st, fall girlies. Anyway, I love you. Bye.
A huge thank you again to Headspace for sponsoring this video. If you'd like to try it, don't forget to check out the link down in the description to get 60 days for free of Headspace.
And then wearing butterfly... Blah. It's not working.
What did I say before? Okay, wait, hold on. I'm gonna keep going. Oh, it fell! No! Ow!
And stay out specifically. And stay out specifically until using specifically, wow, some candy, but you specifically, why do I keep saying that word? And mine is specifically curated for that summertime. It's like finding treasure.